Who knew after 20 years in real estate I'd have to make silly videos for Instagram and come out behind a tree?
Stu, we need to do this stuff.
Why can't I just door knock into open houses like I did in the old days?
That doesn't work anymore.
Okay, so it's because I'm sitting here behind a tree. Come use us for real estate.
Two bedrooms plus a den, 2-bathroom in the heart of beautiful Maple, plus 2-minute walk to the Maple GO station. Look at this.
Jenny, what the heck are we doing up here on the rooftop? I've got a 450 square foot patio off my condo unit that we can be sitting there.
Stu, we pay for this.
I know you pay for these amenities, and you know what? Yeah, we should use them because they're amazing.
Exactly, so that's why we're here.
Hey guys, Stu says invest, invest, invest. It's a perfect time to invest now. It's a buyer's market. There are a lot of great investments out there. The interest rates are moving down. We are in our listing here, which is unbelievable. There are so many rental potentials. You want a home office and you want to live above it? We've got a great retail space in the front. You want to make a funky, cool studio in the back? We've got a garage, high ceilings, really cool stuff. We've got two 3-bedroom apartments. Look at this. This kitchen is gorgeous. It's all renovated and move-in ready. We're in the Junction on Dundas. We're right beside Summerhill Market. Duh, what do you think this is gonna happen to this part of the street? A condo developer is gonna come and give you tons of money in the future and build a huge condo here. It's coming. So get into the market now. You can live here, you can work here, you can rent it all out and just collect money at home. It's a great investment. So you gotta go to StuSells.ca. You gotta see all the photos, the videos, the virtual tour, and you know what? You gotta give me Stu a call. Who knew after 20 years in real estate I'd have to make silly videos for Instagram and come out behind a tree?
Stu, we need to do this stuff.
Why can't I just door knock into open houses like I did in the old days?
That doesn't work anymore.
Okay, so it's because I'm sitting here behind a tree. Come use us for real estate.
Two bedrooms plus a den, 2-bathroom in the heart of beautiful Maple, plus 2-minute walk to the Maple GO station. Look at this.
curling fans. I'm standing here in front of Sheet Stew here at the High Park Club, and I just want to let you know that I'm so excited to sponsor the sport of curling, to help curling out. So you can go to stewcurls.com, see all my events, see the Stew Sell series. But you know what? I also sell real estate as well. So you need to buy a house, list a house, condo, rental, business. Look, give me Stew.
This old Toronto home was built in 1910, and just as soon as you walk in, it shows you the sophistication, the grandeur of the home. So much so that it was in multiple movies and TV commercials because of its character, and we have 5 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. Welcome to 60 Indian Grove, and I put on my smoking coat because it fits with the character of this home. This is a Georgian home built in the turn of the century with this center staircase. It actually had the stained glass window built for the home in 1911 called Sunset over High Park. And as soon as you walk in, you just feel the old charm of the wood, the hardwood floors, the detail, the elegance, the sophistication, the character of this home. It just exudes character, and it just brings you in with the warmth. Here we are in this grand living room by this beautiful fireplace. You can just imagine the Great Gatsby and the fun parties and memories they had in this room, and this room has hosted quite a few parties. Who knew after 20 years in real estate I'd have to make silly videos for Instagram and come out behind a tree?
Stu, we need to do this stuff.
Why can't I just door knock into open houses like I did in the old days?
That doesn't work anymore.
Okay, so it's because I'm sitting here behind a tree, come use us for real estate.
Two bedrooms plus a den, 2-bathroom in the heart of beautiful Maple, plus 2-minute walk to the Maple GO station. Look at this.
Jenny, what the heck are we doing up here on the rooftop? I've got a 450 square foot patio off my condo unit that we can be sitting there.
Stu, we pay for this.
I know you pay for these amenities, and you know what? Yeah, we should use them because they're amazing.
Exactly, so that's why we're here.
Hey guys, Stu says invest, invest, invest. It's a perfect time to invest now. It's a buyer's market. There are a lot of great investments out there. The interest rates are moving down. We are in our listing here, which is unbelievable. There are so many rental potentials. You want a home office and you want to live above it? We've got a great retail space in the front. You want to make a funky, cool studio in the back? We've got a garage, high ceilings, really cool stuff. We've got two 3-bedroom apartments. Look at this. This kitchen is gorgeous. It's all renovated and move-in ready. We're in the Junction on Dundas. We're right beside Summerhill Market. Duh, what do you think this is gonna happen to this part of the street? A condo developer is gonna come and give you tons of money in the future and build a huge condo here. It's coming. So get into the market now. You can live here, you can work here, you can rent it all out and just collect money at home. It's a great investment. So you gotta go to StuSells.ca. You gotta see all the photos, the videos, the virtual tour, and you know what? You gotta give me Stu a call.
Who knew after 20 years in real estate I'd have to make silly videos for Instagram and come out behind a tree?
Stu, we need to do this stuff.
Why can't I just door knock into open houses like I did in the old days?
That doesn't work anymore.
Okay, so it's because I'm sitting here behind a tree, come use us for real estate.
Two bedrooms plus a den, 2-bathroom in the heart of beautiful Maple, plus 2-minute walk to the Maple GO station. Look at this.
Hey, curling fans, I'm standing here in front of Sheet Stew here at the High Park Club, and I just want to let you know that I'm so excited to sponsor the sport of curling, to help curling out. So you can go to stewcurls.com, see all my events, see the Stew Sell series, but you know what? I also sell real estate as well. So you need to buy a house, list a house, condo, rental, business. Look, give me Stew.
This old Toronto home was built in 1910, and just as soon as you walk in, it shows you the sophistication, the grandeur of the home. So much so that it was in multiple movies and TV commercials because of its character, and we have 5 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. Welcome to 60 Indian Grove, and I put on my smoking coat because it fits with the character of this home. This is a Georgian home built in the turn of the century with this center staircase. It actually had the stained glass window built for the home in 1911 called Sunset over High Park. And as soon as you walk in, you just feel the old charm of the wood, the hardwood floors, the detail, the elegance, the sophistication, the character of this home. It just exudes character, and it just brings you in with the warmth. Here we are in this grand living room by this beautiful fireplace. You can just imagine the Great Gatsby and the fun parties and memories they had in this room, and this room has hosted quite a few parties. Who knew after 20 years in real estate I'd have to make silly videos for Instagram and come out behind a tree?
Stu, we need to do this stuff.
Why can't I just door knock into open houses like I did in the old days?
That doesn't work anymore.
Okay, so it's because I'm sitting here behind a tree, come use us for real estate.
Faces around Lake Tahoe are legendary. But this fall, new ones will emerge in the Tahoe Basin. Pullman, Moe, Gushu, and more. November 4th through 9th, the Grand Slam of Curling's first ever event in the U.S. is coming to Lake Tahoe, where the greatest rock stars on earth unite for 6 days of incredible curling, celebrity appearances, and après curl parties you won't want to miss. Get your tickets at thegrandslamofcurling.com. Let's rock.
Hey, curling fans, I'm standing here in front of Sheet Stew here at the High Park Club, and I just want to let you know that I'm so excited to sponsor the sport of curling, to help curling out. So you can go to stewcurls.com, see all my events, see the Stew Sell series, But you know what? I also sell real estate as well. So you need to buy a house, list a house, condo, rental, business. Look.
A very pleasant good day and welcome to the High Park Club in Toronto, Ontario. It's the Stu Sells Toronto Tankard here on Curling Stadium, part of the Stadium Sports Network. We have for you today this matchup between Tetsuro Shimizu and Matthew Manuel. I'm Dave Schmel. I'm joined by Jim Nix, and Connor Sims is on our production team. And Jim, a very pleasant good day to you.
Good day, Dave. How are we today?
I am super fantastic, and there are folks watching across the Pacific. Konnichiwa and arigatou gozaimasu for tuning in. And now I'm just about out of my spoken Japanese. I know a few more words, but they're not gonna work here.
No, we just throw random words in somewhere. It doesn't probably work great, no. But
no, I mean, I can say excuse me, of course, which is probably the most important word in Japan. Sumimasen.
Yeah.
So
the ones you know, you say well. I will tell you that. You say well. Anyway.
Domo arigato. So we have this Manuel squad here. They are throwing the Blue Stones. They opened up with a win against Greg Smith from Newfoundland.
Yeah, kind of an East Coast affair. We don't get too many of those in the world of curling, that's for sure. But Greg's an annual supporter of this event, I believe, and has a good working relationship with Stu Stanky as well, or Sankey rather. So yeah. And Matt out of Halifax is a team I used to be fairly familiar with when I used to hang around some of these events a little bit more. But as we were talking earlier, Matt was the 23 and 24 Tankard champions out of Nova Scotia. So before turning that over to Owen Purcell last year. So it's a good team, real good team.
And this Abe team is from Sapporo, which is on the island of Hokkaido, which is the northernmost of the main islands of Japan. Really beautiful, and I would actually venture to say it's a very BC-ish in character. Visiting the island with some nice mountains and beautiful forests. Really beautiful country up there.
Yeah, I've never been. We were talking at a function I was at last evening with friends that now live away that have been to Japan and completely loved it and strongly recommended it. If you were thinking of going somewhere, that's a good choice.
I was fortunate to be able to spend a week in Japan and did spend a couple days in Sapporo, and even got up into the mountains a little bit outside of town. So
yeah,
definitely a different feeling than the island of Honshu, where Tokyo is located.
Okay.
I haven't been to Nova Scotia, so I can't compare it to that.
Yeah, it's interesting when we travel. There's a lot of areas around the world that we kind of go to and we think, oh, it's kind of like our province. Like it's just, the terrain is similar, more similar than you might expect, and yeah, so it's kind of interesting that way. But
well, one thing that's sure, a JR rail train is going to run on time.
Yes, unbelievable. Yeah.
I just watched a documentary about the Shinkansen, and just amazing how precise it is. The drivers are apologizing if they miss their scheduled time by 20 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
In Germany, as long as you arrive the same day, you're happy. We have a lot of action going on today at the High Park Club. You see over there on sheet 4, Jean-Michel Menard is in action. So as these games move along a little bit, we'll get you updated a little bit, and apologize for any video choppiness. I think our cameras still need to get their first cup of coffee.
Yeah, it's a little hard to follow for now, but we'll
We
mull
got
our
you.
way through it. Yeah.
We got this. I mean, just imagine we could be doing this on radio over a telegraph. So
Yeah, I remember many moons again. They did have some curling games that were broadcast over the radio way back, but before my time even. But it did happen. I couldn't imagine that being a. I'm a picture guy. I need to see pictures at least.
and it's just that stone came on the way from Abe. Abe that skipped through is third on this team. And now we have third, Cameron McKenzie. Cameron woke up. He means business, has his hat on backwards.
Yeah.
Makes a hit. They're going to roll to the back 12. Shot stone still belongs to Manuel. Second to Abe.
Yeah, good opportunity for Abe here, though, in the first end. Chance to hit and sit two, and looking at a fairly easy-looking deuce at this point, unless somebody gets a big roll.
And it's going to, if you make this and stick it there, it's definitely going to be even. So double is not going to be in the cards. Well, we saw Team Yamaguchi attempt some what would have been amazing run back triples yesterday. We would still be talking about them. I don't think I would have slept had either of those shots went. And you can catch a replay of that game on our archive, as you can catch every game we broadcast. So even if you're watching another event and there's that hit, it does roll out. Does it hold on there to sit two? I think it does.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty fortunate there that they actually got that saved, because that was definitely on its way out of the house, and with no intention of ever rolling that way in the first place. But
so
still
now,
pretty good shape though.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like they're going to play down to that stone now. Take it out, and maybe just tap it just a touch. So here's Matt Manuel.
That was a good player in junior, and then he's 27, I think now, right around 27, and a couple of years coming out of junior, like a lot of people do, a little bit of an adjustment time, and didn't see too awful much of him, but just a few short years ago, kind of turned it up a notch.
This one swept and holds on to be shot stone. This is obviously one of the big events on the East Coast every year. It's a big event for the High Park Club, too. They hold a big barbecue, invite everybody from town in. It's free tickets to go see. So if you're in the Toronto area, head on over to the High Park Club and watch some curling.
Yeah, a lot of teams in this event. 24 men, 24 women.
We're going to be broadcasting 5 draws today, with the latest beginning nominally at 9:30 Eastern. Hit and they get maximum roll.
That's a perfect roll.
They do lie too.
Manuel doesn't have a lot of choice here other than just keep hitting away and hoping for a little rollout on one of the next 2 shots.
Yeah, the shot stone is very well buried. I mean, you could chase it if you save your life, but it's not going to do you any good.
No, and you don't love giving up 2 in the first end, but you absolutely don't like at all giving up 3 if you ever tick the guard going after that one that's half buried or 3/4 buried. Ice curls a ton, as you know, and you can probably dig that out and without a lot of trouble, but still the guard is there.
Yeah, the only way the shot would ever be worth throwing is if you could ever make the double, and
Yeah.
certainly not gonna be able to get enough weight on it. Selecting to hit the open one. And Jeff Marr holds it there, but they did roll out.
Yeah, it didn't hit a lot of that one. Curled a little harder than they thought, I think.
Yeah, it is jumping on them just a little bit for both teams. We've seen the rolls not be as precise as you would like, but early season.
Yeah, it's a good point, Dave. There's, a lot of these teams have played 1, 2, 3 times already, but some of them are also stepping on the ice for their very first event of this weekend.
So drawn to the open house. Shimizu with the final stone for Tina Abe in the first end. Just needs to settle in the rings, and no problem there. So put 2 yellows on the board. Manuel has a hammer when we come back from High Park right after this on Curling Stadium.
We are here at the RBC Bloor West Village branch, and I'm here with 2 of their best mortgage brokers, Keith Joel and Dave Thompson. RBC has been an amazing sponsor of my curling season for about 10 years. And Keith, why is it so important to be involved in the community and sponsor youth sports?
First of all, Stuart, it's been a fantastic 10 years. I'm so happy to be involved, and so is RBC. We enjoy being out there, meeting all the curlers, and having a lot of fun along the way. So thanks for that.
I just want to say I'm with you. I'm a big supporter of the community, and I just want to let everyone know all my mortgages with RBC, all my accounts with RBC. It's an amazing bank. These are great mortgage brokers. So look, go to rbc.com and come into the Bloor West Village branch and visit these great guys.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at gsoctickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.
Hey, all you curling fans sitting at home watching the Stu Sells Toronto Tankard here at StuCurls.com. Look, High Park's just down the road. We're here in the Junction. If you bring the map card with you, come to Caribou Gifts and start your Christmas shopping early and get some great gifts for the family.
Welcome back to the High Park Club. Team Abe got their deuce in the first end. Manuel with hammer here in the second.
Yeah, last half of the end was certainly just a textbook 2 for Abe. Really nothing very difficult, and managed to make his last shot to get his 2. So early on, it got a little bit messy, but kind of cleared itself up a little bit.
We have a center guard up there for Team Abe. Manuel with the corner, so we're going to see some action here. Looking to tuck one underneath. is lead Nick Zacharnuk. They had their double guard.
Yeah, I don't know if they were looking for the double guard, but they do have it. I'm guessing that they were trying to go right in there. So it's a little bit hard to tell sometimes the way we're bouncing around a little bit till we get that worked out.
I know a gentleman with the last name is Zachar who's a curler.
Yeah.
And I wonder if there's some relation back up the line. Because it doesn't seem like the most common combination of letters.
No, not at all.
So, Bob, if you're watching in Minnesota, may have found a relative. Good news is we might connect you with family. Bad news is he's about 20, he's in his 20s, so the odds of him being the rich uncle you always wanted is probably pretty low.
Nice come around there for Team Abe.
So now this is Jeff Marr. Well thrown there.
Yeah, I think that's about as good as you could do on that shot for sure. The sweeper managed to move that over pretty good from hog line in. Not sure if they're trying to get to the inside of this one, Dave, or if they're just going to pop it through or by the back one.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see what they do here. They did just pop it through.
Well, they actually jammed on the back. So break for Manuel.
So on the way from Marr again, using that wrap broom. And there you see, it is 2 stones in the house for Team Manuel.
Yeah, I can't see quite all of this, so I thought it was maybe a real good opportunity at the double, and it doesn't look too bad from there. But when you see the long view, you realize you might have to get too far over to make the double. Won't throw a lot of weight at this, I don't think.
They do come around the guard. Gonna jam on the one in the back. Still clear one out though, so not the worst, but it's gonna give Manuel an opportunity to hit and sneak underneath the guard.
Yeah, if he does that, you're probably gonna. Well, the Abe team will play the back one, I guess. Either play it to remove it or even freeze to it. But Cameron's got to make this one first.
Really trying to work this one over. Get the hit. Might have overrolled a little bit.
Yeah,
They're going to have a look at it. I think the double takeout's certainly there for you if you want it. You might even be able to roll underneath your own guard.
Yeah, that's possible. So usually in an end like this, you're going to get about one real good opportunity to get out of it. And if you don't happen to make it like in this shot, then you're probably going to end up giving up your two. I always find there usually seems to be about one chance. You get one real good chance, and whoever's throwing it, it doesn't really matter. They've got to make it. And see how we do.
This one needs to curl. Makes contact with the first one. Oh, just goes right on by. Does leave the shooter underneath the guard.
Yeah, so close on that, and you can see there too. To your comment a minute ago, Dave, like if he had hit that just a little fuller, would have made the double, and probably still would have stayed, probably at least 2/3 to 3/4 buried there. So a good throw, just not quite good enough to get out of trouble here.
So now McKenzie.
Yeah, really good opportunity for Manuel now. Cameron McKenzie can make a good one here.
So you're just thinking top 4 is your ideal depth?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think you want to be any deeper than that.
It's going to come up. I don't think it's going to get as far under as they would have liked. Just a piece. It's enough to be tempting. Looks like there is enough room past the high guard to execute this shot.
Yeah, about half buried there, but it will be a little difficult to get to the inside, but
Well, even if you get to the outside and send it onto the back one, you only need to move them just a little bit to lie to.
yeah. Gonna have to really be quite precise here though, because he's again not taking
Not giving up
throwing real
3.
hard. Yeah.
I mean, that would be the absolute A plus 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 shot, but it's also very difficult.
Yeah.
So on the way from Shimizu. Already working to push this over hard. Is Ouchi. Make contact, jamming on the back. So they lie second and third. Still an opportunity for Manuel to set up the deuce. But he has to be careful too here.
Yeah. Yeah. Has to get at least to the nose here. And
they're essentially set up the same way. Just one stone higher. So who will avoid the jam?
yeah, he's got quite a bit of room here, so he should be okay with this.
And it's just for a sliver more. And Matt Manuel with his first of the second end.
I was going to say, they might have to work on this. He looked like he kind of did a little bit of a inside out throw here, sliding a little bit tight and had to steer it back, but it's going to be good, I think.
They do make contact. It does jam in the back.
Yeah.
It's a big opportunity for Team Abe to put the force on here.
Yeah, definitely kind of trying to both teams sort of, here, you take it. No, I'll take it. You take it. It's like, and now all of a sudden, Manuel could be facing a shot against 3. And if they can get a little roll here, it could be not an easy shot either. So the outturn draw is pretty available, but at the same time, it's only the second hand. You haven't really done that much other than a few shots in practice. So rather not be down 2 throwing against 3 in the second hand. They've got to make it.
Off and on, usually a pretty good sign. Trying to walk it over just a touch.
Yeah, still got to come up a bit more, I think.
Going to make contact, clear it out. No problem there. It'll be a draw against 3.
Yeah, like you said, pretty wide open draw, and a few more shots down the road here. This would be pretty simple shot for these guys. But second in, have we played over here? Probably not a lot. So it's not a gimme. I don't think this one.
So
Yeah.
final stone of the second end, facing 3. Needs a 4-foot.
That's some backing if he gets the curl, right?
Yep, the backing is okay.
Nicely done.
That is there without a problem. He gets his single. Cuts that gap to 1. Abe has a hammer in 3 when we come back. You're watching Curling Stadium from the High Park Club.
Who knew after 20 years in real estate I'd have to make silly videos for Instagram and come out behind a tree?
Stu, we need to do this stuff.
Why can't I just door knock into open houses like I did in the old days?
That doesn't work anymore.
Okay, so it's because I'm sitting here behind a tree. Come use us for real estate.
The 2025-2026 Grand Slam of Curling schedule is out, with big events happening all over Canada, like the Masters heading to London in September, the Tour Challenge from Nisku this October, the Canadian Open from Saskatoon in December, and the Players' Championship from Steinbeck coming in January. Early bird weekend and full event passes on sale now at gsoctickets.com. Let's rock!
Way it's not.
Yeah.
And welcome back. It's the third end. Scored 1 for Team Manuel there. And Abe has the hammer. And Jim, you had quite a few opportunities there for Manuel in that end, and just never actually happened.
Yeah, it was really a very nice draw to finish it off and get his point, but did have a number of opportunities. Both teams did, but certainly Matt Manuel had a chance to 2 or 3 times in a row of making a little roll and maybe getting one buried and having a chance to set up a good deuce, maybe even 3 at one point, and they just couldn't make one. And worse yet is that they jammed it back on their own stone once or twice. So yeah, a few missed opportunities, but good finish from Matt, so he'll be happy with that second end. Make a nice draw to the pin against 3. Feel good moment.
Always happy when a plan comes together.
Yeah.
So this stone on the way from Marucci, and that is a no-tick violation. So that will result in their stone being removed and the manual stone being replaced.
Yeah, that was not very close. I assume that was supposed to go around and remove the blue. Didn't have a lot of weight on it for that, but anyway, stone went back.
Oh, they were definitely trying to hold the shooter in the rings.
Yeah.
Now we have Jeff Marr. This one curling a whole lot. We're getting a good look at the curl. This is dangerously close to the Abe stone. And just settles right dead frozen on it. Almost back to backers there.
Yeah, it's he's going to run this front one back probably, but he thinks this one out a little bit. You might be able to have this end up in a pretty good position with your rock buried behind your long guard, but he might not be thinking that. Just clean it up.
Here's Hayato Soto bringing some heat. Touches them all, and they all go away. Good shot by Soto.
Yeah, you're going to see it again here. It's they really didn't want to take much of a chance here. Really wanted to make some rocks move around, and that's why he threw it probably at about 7 seconds or so, and gets rid of a lot. Leaves one center guard for Manuel to work with, but a lot better situation than it was 45 seconds ago.
So, fun fact about Hayato is he actually played juniors in British Columbia. The draw from Team Manuel comes all the way back to the back 12.
There are 4 teams from Japan in this Bonspiel.
Yeah, we saw Team Yamaguchi last night. I know Mohamed Tabata is here as well. Fourth one I know on the top of my head. Is it Fujisawa?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
This one very close to the guard. It's past it, but did they brush everything out of it? Okay, they did make the takeout in the back. Big scrub by the front end.
Good shot. Still Manuel, still with a little something to work with here. Although he's calling the same sort of shot to tap it out. Thought he might just play the straight draw here, but that's always a little bit risky without hammer to kind of just ignore that rock at the back. But I wouldn't be surprised to see if he makes this. I wouldn't be surprised to see Abe just ignore the back one and come around that sort of guard that's kind of on the center, not quite on the center line, but those betweeners. This one's got to curl a bunch.
They are trying to work it over. It is going to make contact. Stay wide open. See Manuel trying to sweep it back a little bit there, Jim.
Yeah. Well, you gotta make sure you stay on this if you're gonna play that rock at the back. If you ever roll out, then it gives Manuel a very good opportunity to come around the
So
rock
here's
just off center.
Abe, the skipper, skating down to throw his first of two. Ochi and Sato will be on the brush. From the Concerto Club. This one is over curling. Got to hurry to get there. They get a piece. Will they sneak it under cover? It is in the back, visible by about half a rock.
This is a tough one for the team without Hammer here. It's almost painful to call this shot just because you realize you're not going to get a lot out of it. Even if you make it, it's kind of back 12 foot. Probably will be ignored.
Just come around the guard, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Mar trying to push this one over. This has got a long way to go. As you can see right there is the break point. It really starts to come over. But it's, just gets it out. A little wry smile there from Manuel. Saying,
Yeah. Sorry, Dave.
I guess Mac didn't want to hurt it.
Yeah. Odd that at the hog line, when you mentioned the break point, I was the same. I'm thinking, yeah, that's probably going to get right to the nose by now, but it just about didn't get there at all. So surprised that didn't break a little harder with the sweeper working hard to carve it over there.
Almost wonder if since they tried the carve real early, maybe they weren't down to that critical weight where it will take the curl yet.
Yeah, possibly, yeah. The fourth Japanese team, Dave, is Kazuki Hirata. I think that's the fourth one.
Oh, Hirata, okay.
Yeah.
Now we see the draw undercover being attempted here. The line looks really nice. This is all about the weight now. Just a touch spicy.
Yeah.
Great line.
Yeah, interesting. There are teams that would have thought, even with Hammer, would have said, well, we're going to go around the center one. Just being a little different spot. So both teams kind of playing the opposite way right now.
Well, you look at, I think they're looking at and saying that trading ones isn't the worst. They still have the 2-shot advantage.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're going to have a draw path. So they're never going to get stolen on, most likely here. And if Manuel doesn't make these too nicely, might still be able to get a deuce out of it. So not giving up hope. Hope springs eternal. Speaking of hope, they're going to have to hope this gets over. Now, right there, that one is taking the break. The big difference is they waited for it this time.
Yeah.
And that comes over nicely. Jim, I really think we saw a good example there. 2 shots right down the same line. One, they jumped on at the carve right away. The second one, they just gave it a second to marinate, waited for it to take the line, and then worked it over.
Yeah. Yeah, it's more precise than sometimes we think it is. It's you gotta timing. The timing is kind of everything sometimes on when you jump rocks and when you don't jump rocks, whether you're trying to carve them or hold them straight. Either way, still.
That was a wonderful camera angle to be indicative of that. So Shimizu still has room to try to get the deuce. battle who can make this draw better. Holding it straight, waiting for the line. There it comes. Just needs that less. It's a little heavy.
A little warm, yeah.
It's going to tap and roll open.
Yeah, that was, it's one of those, it's a miss only by a few feet, but it's a big few feet in that one because it did have a pretty good opportunity there to maybe have a shot at us too. Could have put that rock in the right place. Now it's pretty open hit for Manuel, and just don't leave it there and you should be fine.
Yeah, and, but from Abe's perspective, you're still back at what was not a terrible scenario anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, not in any major trouble. Hasn't been any real trouble on this end at all, but did have a few chances to ignore one of the back rocks and force the issue a little bit, but with the 2-1 lead and hammer, he just wasn't prepared to do that. So definitely like to make a little roll, but definitely like to hang around as well. It's probably possible to come around and just move the blue one enough to get 2 if that's all you have to do, if there's no other rocks in play. So
Well, this is coming down with a lot more pace, much more normal takeout.
yeah, should be good.
Away it goes and avoids a jam in the back. And they lie 1-2, so the force is on.
Yeah, good firm weight there for Matthew Manuel. It just forces the draw to the, what's you need, just a little bit better than full 8-foot, or just full 8-foot probably does it.
Yeah, full 8-foot will do it. So from the beautiful High Park Curling Club, located right in Toronto at the Stu Cells, Ontario, Toronto Tankard. Facing 2, Shimizu for Team Abe, the final stone of end number 3. Just some housekeeping here. Looks pretty good. They clock it. They like it. Because it's just about perfect. Single point for Abe. 2-stone lead for them. We'll be back in 4 after this.
Curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at gsoctickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
And we're back from the High Park Club. Abe with a 2-stone lead. Manuel with the hammer. That's the last stone advantage here in the fourth end, throwing the blue stones. Dave Schmel and Jim Nix here with you. And both teams played that one a little close to the vest.
Yeah, it was kind of some opportunities that if it's hard for Manuel to really take much of a chance in that end, but Abe could have got possibly a little more aggressive and came around something, left one of them back markers. But at the end of the day, it's, as you mentioned earlier, he's still got a 2-point lead. He's in pretty good shape, and see how Manuel plays this end. I think he'll be fairly aggressive here. He's got hammer playing 4, big end to score, and particularly can get more than one.
We got the one corner guard up, the center guard up, draw to the 8-foot, and the corner freeze is now called for. So here's Nick Zachernuk.
Know if he's going to get by that outside one. He will, I guess.
He does. Now we'll get all the way to the corner. Does not.
No.
Wicks off just a little bit, so.
I think he just add 2 or 3 feet to that, and I think he makes that shot perfect. David just sneak it by that top one, and would have just snuck by the one in the house. It was a lot of curl from the hog line in. A little bit of an assist. Shouldn't say a little bit. Big assist by the sweeper there in making that happen.
So Sato. Awfully close to their own guard here. Can they scrub it and hold it by? Get it by? Yes!
Whoa.
They come in contact with their own, push the manual stone out of play, and lie too. What a scrub.
Yeah, good result on that. Skipper indicating he might have been a little tight, but man, just snuck by there.
So Jeff Marr. Makes a hit. This is going to roll out of the rings. Or now just hang on the side. I stand corrected. Ooh, man, all the way there. Now you see the interesting double sidelines there at the High Park Club. Now, the outside line that we're looking at of those 2 pieces of yard is the actual sideline.
Yeah.
Houses are quite close to each other, so there's a different sideline for each sheet.
Huh.
There's a look at it. So the actual sideline for this sheet is the one that's adjacent to the other sheet. And there you go, Connor.
Oh, yeah. So you're meaning, so it's the left-hand line there. There's actually our dividing line.
That's correct, because
Yeah.
there needs to be enough room for the entire stone
Yeah.
to be outside the house by rule.
Yeah. It's very interesting. It makes you wonder when they built this, and it was so long ago, that what were they thinking? Was this originally a 5-sheet club, or maybe not a 4 or 5-sheet club? Because it does seem odd to build it what would be probably about 4 feet too narrow or something
It's
to fit the
possible
5
also.
sheets.
It's possible also that the rules of curling have evolved since then.
Yeah, yeah.
Just like there's no standard golf course, there's no standard baseball stadium.
No. Anyway, I didn't realize that till you just pointed that out. So that's interesting. You could have rocks kind of overlapping. It would be odd. I don't know how you deal, how you deal with that.
That's. I would hope it doesn't turn up much.
Yeah, me too.
Now they're going to try to roll over. They're going to not get much of a roll. So Abe's still going to the opportunity to lie too here. Shimizu will hold the broom for him as the skipper slides down to throw his first. If anybody watching knows the history of the Hyde Park Club and knows any of that origin, I'd love to know. I'm curious now. So on the way from Abe, just looking to make the hit here. Don't really need much of a roll. You could, if you can roll underneath your own, it's really good. But as long as that hangs on, you're still okay. So interesting now choice for Manuel.
He's gonna ignore it.
Gonna ignore it. See, I thought he might be tempted to slash it, but he wants to score here in the evens. So look at the angle. The slash could certainly be made, but the shooter probably goes bye-bye. Cameron McKenzie looking to get that draw in there. They are on this pretty much from the get-go. Both men sweeping, trying to carry it.
Boy,
Line looks
this there.
Yeah, the line looks pretty good. Looks like that's a great judge by the front end. On it from the get-go. But is there enough peeking out, or do you play the run back, Jim?
Yeah, I don't see them playing the run back. But I won't be surprised if he were to. I don't think you can go after it, David. I think the only way you go after it would be on the in-turn. And I think even if you ever got there, you're 50% chance you're going to put it on the yellow at the back. So you may play the run back.
Well, if not the run back, how about the corner freeze from the out-turn side?
Yeah. That's where my head was going to, more some sort of a draw shot in there, in that area. But I had 40 years or 45 years of curling or something, with my brain trained not to play run backs. So I think it's mostly because of lack of ability to throw it hard enough, I think. But so I don't think of the run back quite as quick as I should sometimes. These guys, it's sort of it's an open hit. Why don't we play it?
It's just the same as throwing a nose hit anywhere else.
Yeah. Big shot here, though.
So Abe looking for the run back. Hard to hold it. Push it on the one. Will it make contact? No, it goes over. Rex on theirs. And that is disaster.
Yeah. Yeah, you didn't want to do. You had to hit at least on the other side. So, and left it. It's fully guarded and almost fully guarded. So, yeah, that's not a good shot. Or not a good result.
So now Manuel gets to go into offensive mode, and ignoring that one in the back has proved to be fruitful.
Yeah. Abe's other shot was probably just a straight out turn, come around and sit at 1-2. But
That would have been fine too.
yeah,
The corner freeze would have been a good aggressive call to use later, because then you use that run back and you cue it up, but you still would have had to execute that at some point.
yeah, it's a good shot.
Dead frozen on the back.
I mean, some trouble here now.
So, well, to that point, I mean, I guess you could still throw the draw behind, but plenty of room to chase it, I would think.
Yeah,
You might be able to roll to be shot. See, they see about half the stone. Shimizu. Fourth stone thrower. Indicating it's a little bit more weight than they want it.
get lucky. No,
Oh,
very
no,
unlucky.
no such luck there. Oh, extremely unlucky. Did not clear it out, so it is still manual line 1-2. So now faced with the embarrassment of riches, where's the best place for it, Jimmer?
Well, I think he's going to have to come around this front one a little bit. I think if he draws in anywhere but around that, then I feel like the Japanese guys are going to just ignore it and come around anyways, because they're in a really bad position here. So I think where he just indicated there is where he's going to probably go. If you go out to the wings, you could go to the wings, and if you go to the wings, and Abe plays the double, you're going to get your 2. But he's going to settle on that. I think I'd come around, but I know it carries a bit of risk.
So manual. Look to draw around and lie 3. Discussing the speed and what path they're using. Now all set. Here comes Matt Manuel.
Seems like a very simple shot, but you do have to make sure you get this in the right place. You don't want to leave Abe an out here. You'd love to get your 3. This one's got to curl a bunch. I'm pretty sure he didn't want to be back there.
Well, it is a very heavy pile of granite now. Now, is that long crosshouser appealing, or do you just draw to try to get out of dodge?
I think you're drawn. You're drawn, and you better make it good.
There's a good look at it. Plenty of room to be there.
Yeah.
To get at
Yeah,
least
the
to the
guard-
nose.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
the guard helps a little bit there, because if you don't get quite to the nose, you're still probably going to be okay. But you got to get really close. You're right, and you definitely can't afford to bounce off. So tough shot. I always say freezes are the toughest shot in curling to throw. So
Final stone for Shimizu and Team Abe. This one has to come over and settle down.
I think he's going to be okay.
That should be just fine. Nice shot there. Oh, might have just saved him.
Yeah, I'm going to have another look at it here. You'll see they're going hard. The problem here a little bit is they have to go hard to make it curl, but it's also a little bit heavy. So even though he's got what appeared to be a really, really good shot, there might be enough room for Manuel to play the pick here, or the little chip shot, if you will. But chip shot probably doesn't go very far. Yeah, that's pretty tough. Down 3-1, it's hard to sort of say, well, let's take a run at it. We'll just try to hit probably a centimeter of the yellow one with lots of weight.
I mean, imagine if you wanted to run the guard back 20 feet, you could generate the right angle, but
yeah,
I don't want to throw that to you.
No, no. I don't want to throw that if it's only 4 feet, but if it's like you say, 20 feet at least there, that's a long way back. And I still think you might end up with if you made it, you'd probably still end up. So he's going after this anyways.
Oh boy! So you see the little pre-polish there.
Yeah. And on this view, it looks very makeable. The problem is our camera is not quite in the center. So when you go this way, you look at it and say, well, yeah, it's possible, but it's a whole lot harder looking than it does from the other camera. So,
well, if you hammer it with weight, you might jam on the back and save the one. Probably not, but
well, I think you can, if you go at this with weight and you hit and he looks like he's going to go at it with a lot of weight and hit, an inch of it even, then you might blast it out of there. You still might get a couple out of this. I mean, the center blue one's going nowhere. And you've got the other blue on the other side. So your shooter's going to probably have to roll out here if you're going to make this shot. So, yeah, I don't know. It's possible.
So facing a possible steal, final stone of the fourth end. Coming with some pace, Matt Manuel. McKenzie working hard to hold it. Gonna flash it all. And it's a steal of one.
Well, I'll tell you, Abe's got to be pretty happy with that result because he was looking like 2 or 3 pretty easily for the last 2 or 3 shots, and they had a couple of bad misses in a row. But anyway, big steal on one.
We'll be back with the second half after this.
For over 20 years, the Sandra Schmirler Foundation has granted more than $9 million to hospitals across Canada for life-saving equipment for premature and critically ill babies. In the past 4 years alone, $4 million has been granted thanks to the curling community's incredible generosity. The need continues year-round, and with your help, we can ensure every baby has the chance to grow up and become a champion, just like Sandra.
Who knew after 20 years in real estate, I'd have to make silly videos for Instagram and come out behind a tree?
Stu, we need to do this stuff.
Why can't I just door knock into open houses like I did in the old days?
That doesn't work anymore.
Okay, so it's because I'm sitting here behind a tree. Come use us for real estate.
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. Therockshop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
Yeah.
And we're back here. It's the fifth end of play after a surprise steal for Shinya Abe there in the fourth, Jim.
Yeah, it was, obviously Abe was in a lot of trouble, made a freeze attempt that was a little bit heavy and still a great shot, just left enough space that Manuel thought he could maybe throw a high, hard one and hit just an inch of it and blast it out of there and get a couple. Turned out that didn't happen, so he went sailing by and gives up a steal of one. Tough decision for Matt because it's, you're down 3-1. It's a good opportunity to maybe get a couple, but if you don't make it, then you're down 4-1. So, he could have drawn, taken as one, but nobody wants to take one in that situation. So
that leaves Abe with a 3-stone lead here in our game. And what about the other games happening on the ice right now, Jim?
Yeah, so we'll start with the ladies' games, women's games. We have on Kitazawa from Japan leading Corrado of Ontario here 3-2 after 3. We've got Lovett. Also for a couple of Ontario teams, Lovett is leading Principe by 3-2 score. In the men's draw, right beside us, Jean-Luc Menard is up 2-1 on Greg Smith from Newfoundland playing in number 4. And finally, Park from Korea leading Malima of Ontario 3-1 after, I've only got this after 2 ends. It might be after 3 by the look of it, but
looks like there's a blank up there.
Yeah, there's a blank. Yep. So 3-1 after 4. So all still pretty tight affairs at this point.
And back here, Manuel's going to have to work to generate some offense. As we see the stone from Team Abe coming in, and they're just loading up the works and tried to get underneath the guard, but ended up just chapping off.
Not a bad result.
Because it does look like the double goes on to the blue.
Yeah, it's not an easy one here. I think he just has to try to go after the yellow and pump it between the two, between the yellow and the blue, and hopefully miss his own.
So Jeff Marr. See Zacharnik on the hold side.
I think this is pretty good if it goes curls a little more.
Just right through the hole. And they hold the shooter. They lie second and third.
That's a nice shot. That's about the best he could do here. So he opened up the front a little tiny bit and got one behind the corner guard still. So Abe has to hit the open one.
Here's Sato.
Oh, this could be.
Oh, that's sneaky.
Yeah, almost really sneaky.
Oh man, that if that's what you drew up, kudos to even drawing that up.
Yeah, I thought at first it might go behind the other one, but it was right on line with it. So,
oh man,
yeah, that rolls one rock less, and
that's really
perfect.
tricky.
Yeah. So Manuel's going to ignore the rock on the button, or the one that's almost on the button, and come right around the corner again through a relatively small port. Could be light. Yeah, just under through that one a little bit for sure.
Yeah, just a little bit light.
Yeah. I don't really know why you'd go after this if you're Abe. It just I don't think Manuel can do anything with it, use it in any way, and I don't think there's any great need to open up the back one right now. Anyways, interesting, but I don't think I'd go after this.
So
Come right around the yellow guard, I think.
yeah, that seems like a very good option. Just don't know if this angle is really there. I think.
Problem with this is I think if you ever just, well, I don't know if you can hit half a rock because you might hit your own, but I don't, you're going to open up the same shot for Manuel again, which I think is a shot that he would like to play. This is going to be hard to make this and stay because you're going to throw it pretty hard through this hole.
I think they're looking at the scoreboard, seeing that they're up by 3 and saying any blue stone's a bad stone.
Yeah, I think you're right. And that's, not an awful theory at times. I just don't know that they're in any kind of risk factor here until they open this up again. But anyway, we'll see what happens with it.
And this is over curling already.
Yeah,
they are on the high guard and might be able to slide into the rings. They do for
actually,
fourth shot. That's not a bad outcome.
I was going to say it's actually helpful that it did that for sure, but that pure 100% luck on that part. Not a very good throw, but I don't know that I understand the call either. So, but I didn't expect that to happen. I didn't think there was a danger he'd hit the guard. I thought he'd hit maybe the yellow or the blue one, but so Manuel with a little bit of an opportunity again, Dave.
So just going to play the one on the 4-foot now and lie 2, split the rings.
Yeah, I think a little split in the rings here would be perfect for him. Just roll it over on the D.
That would make it a very difficult double. Zakranuk is on this one really hard. Now they want to carve it. Now they want to hold it. They don't want to lose it. And they just graze their own in the back and lie 2 under an entire mess of cover.
Yeah.
So there's option A. Utilize your own rock. Probably only getting rid of 1. Or come around everything.
I think so. Yeah, I know that the scoreboard doesn't tell you to do that, but I think it's I don't see any good out here really on any of these rocks. So I think I'm just going to draw right around and into that pocket and should be good. He can run this blue one back and pick up one of the other blues on the way by, I suppose, but you're still going to be in a mess after Manuel comes around again. So this shot, I don't see this. I don't know if I get this shot because I don't feel that you can make the double. If our angle is good, then it's really hard to hit this on the outside and make the double.
Yeah, I don't think it's looking for the double per se. It's just hit and stick and leave another one that you can use to dig at it again.
Okay. I don't know if he can get by that guard tight enough, Dave, with the weight he's going to throw to
hold the shooter.
Hold the shooter, yeah.
Oh, we'll see.
Yeah. He threw it hard anyway.
Coming on down. Gets past it. Clears the one in the back.
Yeah.
You do hold one of theirs in the rings.
Yeah. Yeah. yeah, kind of the target rock or whatever you want to call it was still there, but
So now the manual looking at the long hit and roll. Don't know why you'd have to do that.
well, what his thought here is maybe to somehow try to bring that blue one at the top into play, into chance to score, but I don't think that's just a too long of a double, and too many things have to go perfect to make it. I think you've got to come around that guard, and you're in pretty good position here to score. You could split the house too. That's the other option, I guess. So just not quite having a little trouble figuring out exactly what the Abe team's going to play. Usually you have a pretty good idea. I'm not sure. So judging by that broom, he's obviously going to just split the house. Nothing wrong with this. It just speaks to getting two more than possibly three. But he may change his call on the next one if he ever had a chance. He might decide to come around on his first and really go for the three. But definitely want to secure a deuce.
This is the best call to secure that. Line's fine. Just want to have a nice even spread of these.
Yeah.
Even back a little bit's okay.
Yeah, it's one of those situations that, we always say, well, don't take rocks behind the tee line. Somebody might, if they ever freeze to them, that will be in trouble. But, for anybody that's not a competitive player out here, there are times that this is nothing wrong at all going back there just because the scoreboard tells you that the other team is not ever going to draw. So that's why you don't worry about the staying above the tee line there, because you might set up a double by staying above. So. Abe probably wouldn't mind hitting this basically on the nose, and if Manuel hit it on the nose, he might have a chance to go for the double.
Stone on the way. This one is curling up on them. It's tight to their guard, but they do make the hit. Hang on the side, so they lie 2, 3, 4. First and fifth stones belonging to Manuel. I think he can give up on ever bringing that top guy in now.
Yeah. Interesting to see what he does here. Looks like he's looking at the same shot he just had. Just to get a little tighter, trying to come around the guard versus just getting it in the house. Which I kind of like that, because I think you have a good chance here to go for a three and not completely worry about whether or not you're going to get your two, but he's going to try to do it this way. Got to make it.
There's your life advice from Coach Jim. Got to make it.
Yeah. It's the life of the skip. Almost every shot is the same. Got to make it.
That's why I generally keep my plan Bs to myself. I don't want my team thinking that think I'm not going to make it.
Yeah. Yeah. Just don't tell them anything. Just say, no, well, you guys don't worry about it. Guy will call at the other end. You guys don't need to know. Manuel does have a chance at three here, so.
So Manuel's is on the way.
Going sideways.
Just need to make sure you get past the guard. You've accomplished that. Oh, you're half under, you lie too.
Yeah, I think that's a very nice shot, actually. Nothing wrong with that at all. So I'll be really willing to give up the 2 here if he can manage to just hit and stay, and actually probably just make sure the blue one goes away, and you're going to be able to hold him to 2.
So here's Shimizu. This one is awfully tight to the guard. You gotta scrub it. Heads down and sweep, gentlemen. Oh, you wicket and float on by. And it will be a draw to the 8-foot 4-3 for Matt Manuel.
Yeah, good job by the Manual team, playing an end that gave them a chance at the 3 here, and they opted to wait till Matt's first shot really to be real aggressive on that. But it worked out. So with an open draw to the piece of the 8-foot for 3 and tie this up. Abe has a little bit of a weird thing in his delivery for me when I see his left side stays legs behind a little bit and then he brings it around. I don't know if I would probably like to change that if I was talking to him. It just sort of gets a little twist in there you don't need.
The more moving parts in your delivery, the
Yeah.
more things you had to mess up. So final stone of the 5th end. Just needs to be in the 8-foot. Got to make sure it's there, kids. The boys bring it home, no problem. 1, 2, and 3. And after 5, 4-4 is the score. We'll be back from High Park after this on Curling Stadium.
We are here at the RBC Bloor West Village branch, and I'm here with 2 of their best mortgage brokers, Keith Joel and Dave Thompson. RBC has been an amazing sponsor of my curling season for about 10 years. And Keith, why is it so important to be involved in the community and sponsor youth sports?
First of all, Stuart, it's been a fantastic 10 years. I'm so happy to be involved, and so is RBC. We enjoy being out there, meeting all the curlers, and having a lot of fun along the way. So thanks for that.
I just want to say I'm with you. I'm a big supporter of the community, and I just want to let everyone know all my mortgages with RBC, all my accounts with RBC. It's an amazing bank. These are great mortgage brokers. So look, go to rbc.com and come into the Bloor West Village branch and visit these great guys.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at gsoctickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.
Hey, all you curling fans sitting at home watching the Stu Sells Toronto Tankard here at StuCurls.com. Look, High Park's just down the road. We're here in the Junction. If you bring the map card with you, come to Caribou Gifts and start your Christmas shopping early and get some great gifts for the family.
And welcome back, 6th end. All tied up after that manufactured 3 by Team Manuel, Jim.
Yeah, kind of certainly an interesting end for sure. It looked like Matt was going to be happy enough with getting 2 the way he was going, and then you get a couple of misses and all of a sudden you're drawing for 3 just by making one really nice come around, really.
So never give up, never surrender.
Yeah.
Until it's time to give up and surrender.
Yeah. There is a time.
But now Abe still very much in the command position in this game, having Hammer in the 6, tied up.
Yeah, it's one of those, and we say it all the time. If the start of the game you were tied up playing 6 with Hammer, you'd be, yeah, okay, that's good. It's a good spot. It's just it's hard to not think about the last couple of minutes and how you got to being tied up. But that's how you become a good player, when you can, park all those thoughts.
You got to put away. That last end is over. The Rocks are in the barn.
Yeah.
After Manuel, you're going to go hard for steal now. See Abe bringing the stone from Ochi into the rings. They lie too.
Yeah, good setup guard wise for Manuel. The problem is here they're gonna have to move this yellow one, and then you might see Abe just decide to try to make that double peel and get rid of all the guards, leave the rock in the house if it stays.
A lot of curling going on all over the place right now. And this is the weekend of the annual Margarita Curling Club Bonspiel, Jim.
Yeah.
It's a club that exists only to have one international Bonspiel a year. And their motto is, what time is it? Margarita time.
Yeah.
So it's basically 400 curlers get together, play a ginormous Bonspiel. Once a year. It's in North America one year, and then it's in Europe the following year. And you're not allowed to be a true member until you played on both sides.
Okay.
So I'm only half a member.
Okay. Where did you play at?
I played I took the easy way out. I played in Wisconsin and Madison.
Yeah. Huh? It's 50%, no matter which way you shake it. So
yeah, it's a big affair. Just the banquet for it. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I've heard of it before. I just don't know. I don't think I've known anybody that ever played in it until just now, I guess so. Or people that have played it never told me, but that's possible too.
I only got in because the skip of the team was injured and they needed another skip, and somehow they worked far enough down the list to get to me.
Well, I suspect it was not a very long list, Dave. You'd be near the top of that list, I would think.
Oh, thank you. But here we go, and we have Abe shot stone there now. A little bit tricky because you can't just hit that rock because it's going to want to go on your own.
Yeah, you're right. It's just a position. It doesn't look like it should be very complicated, but it is.
I mean, it's a touch shot. Now you can hit it this way and lie two the other way, but now you're grouping your stones, inviting a double takeout, possibly. So they are going to come from the inside out and probably just massage it a little bit, for lack of a better word.
Yeah. Well, the squad's not 100% convinced here. Never good when the guy that's throwing is having a hard time talking himself into it, even if it's a second stone.
So Shimizu, the fourth rock thrower, is going to consult with Abe, offer a couple different options. So what different options do you like?
Well, I might just get rid of the guard for now, the high guard. Just say, let's take one more shot, see where you're going to put it, because you're probably putting it back in roughly the same place, but It's just an awkward spot right now, even though it's a very high guard. So he's going to hit the tight one, which at least I think he is. I don't know if he's 100% decided yet, but so I'm still not 100% sure which shot he's playing here.
Oh, I mean, if it's gonna probably miss if it hits that ceiling.
Yeah. The last thing it looked like he was going to play. Yeah, okay. I was going to say it. He is hitting the high guard. Okay.
Okay, just a straight peel on the high one. That stone was very much in the way of everything.
Yeah. Yeah, even though it was way out there, it was just making too many things not possible. So it's funny though, in the conversation, that's the one shot that I didn't think they were talking about at all. I thought they were talking about hitting one in the house and the one that's just short of the rings, but I didn't think they were actually giving much consideration to peeling that high guard.
So Matt Manuel looking at his two real options here. You have the draw under, or you just hit the open one.
Yeah, Matt's trying to. He'd love to steal one here. Everybody likes to score 6-10's big end to score, no matter with or without hammer, and especially in a tie game. But he definitely doesn't want to give up a deuce here. So he's just having a hard time deciding, I think, how hard to go after one here.
This one looks like it got sent out a little bit.
Yeah. The sweeper would probably confirm that.
It's going to make it back to make contact, but it just holds on to the side of the rings, touching the sideline for the other sheet.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there you go. That confirms that you have the offset sidelines.
Yeah, that's odd. I don't know how you work that when. Anyway, I'm sure they have a little. What was it, like a local rule sort of
Yeah,
thing?
it's just
govern
goes like
that,
a golf course. Yeah.
Yeah.
I played in a place where power lines crisscross it, and if you hit it, you just re-hit it.
Re-hit it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The shot by Matt playing that shot though, I think he certainly let Abe off the hook a little bit. I think he's just had him pondering and kind of trying to figure out what to do, and I don't know. Not sure if that was a good idea. Even though you're now sitting two, but
well, time will tell.
Yeah. They're going hard on this one. Oh, they were going hard on that one.
They got it. They clear it out.
Yeah.
Shot stone. Now the roll's got to be made properly and can't jam on your own, so you have to be careful. That tight guard could come into play later in the end because it's definitely in a position to be split on.
Yeah. It does look like there's a possibility of running this on your own here if you're going after the roll inside. May not try to do that.
Same time as you roll the other way, you don't have a lot of real estate to work with.
No.
And now if you need it, Stu Sankey will get you some more.
Yeah.
Great sponsor curling is Mr. Sankey.
Yeah, that's for sure. I think the Stu Sells Halifax Spiel is coming up here in a week or two, so.
You put your name in, Jim?
No, No, I think I'm beyond that. They don't have the super senior division in that event, so I hope to get down for a bit of it. But it would be nice if we had that spiel on our curling stadium series, but we don't. So
He threw
yes,
that just about as well as he could have.
yeah.
So, two different choices for Abe here. It's either you try to work your way back to a blank or you still try to be on the gas for two.
Well,
You could even take a force.
yeah, I think he's drawing here.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I like this.
yeah. The other alternative would be to play the hit and roll behind the guard. It's tight guard, short guard, be a small, short run back, but that is definitely a possibility as well.
Might even be a run back that you take on.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's short enough, I go for all of them. Have to be shorter than I am tall, though, so I got 5 feet to work with.
That's 1.2 meters.
Yeah. And 5 extra centimeters, to be honest. But so this is going to rub off of this one. So he might end up going behind there with the rub. Well, basically what he was trying to do, just not the way he was trying to do it.
It doesn't always matter what the recipe is as long as the dinner comes out okay.
Yeah.
So now it's going to be Manuel on the run back. So did force the tougher shot.
Yeah. Yeah, it shouldn't be a shot that Matt has much trouble with making contact, at least, because it's only, what is that, 4 feet or so. So it's pretty short. But if you don't make it, all of a sudden, Abe's got his two. Got to be close, I think.
On this one, hard to hold it. They glance it. Do clear it out. So opportunity again to draw. It's going to be a longer run back this time.
Yeah. Going the same way, which surprised me a little bit, just because the last one didn't. Either he did something with it they're aware of that we can't see, or it didn't react quite the way that they thought it would. One of the two. In either case, I might be thinking about going the other way, but
The biggest benefit to going this way is the brushers have a handle on the speed at least.
exactly, yeah. And that's a big part of it, to be honest. It's, if you have any doubts at all about the other side too, why go there? You just did this for a weight point of view. So
So Shimizu with his first. This one has great line, great weight. All in all, pretty good shot.
yeah, very nice. Probably can get to it. Obviously, they're not taking much time to talk about it, so it looks like it's about half open.
Yeah, but still did at least force him to the choice and
Yeah.
playing a different shot down a different track. So final stone for Manuel. Looking just to pick this out and leave the force on. Quiet weight, they should be able to manage this. Past the guard, no problem. Making contact, no problem. Clearing out, no problem.
Yeah, very nice shot by Manuel.
Broom goes right down for the draw for one here.
Well, very same shot he just had, so he shouldn't, in theory, have a lot of trouble with it, but you don't have another one, so the three of blues that are in the circles are a concern, but I would expect him not have too much trouble with this.
So Shimizu facing 3 for Team Abe. Final stone event number 6. They seem to like it. Just some heavy housekeeping. Like it, love it. We got some more of it. There's a single point for Abe. They lead by 1. Manuel with the hammer in 7. When we return to the High Park Club, it's the Stu Sells Tankard on Curling Stadium.
Who knew after 20 years in real estate, I'd have to make silly videos for Instagram and come out behind a tree?
Stu, we need to do this stuff.
Why can't I just door knock into open houses like I did in the old days?
That doesn't work anymore.
Okay, so it's because I'm sitting here behind a tree. Come use us for real estate.
The 2025-2026 Grand Slam of Curling schedule is out, with big events happening all over Canada, like the Masters heading to London in September, the Tour Challenge from Nisku this October, the Canadian Open from Saskatoon in December, and the Players' Championship from Steinbeck coming in January. Early bird weekend and full event passes on sale now at gsocktickets.com. Let's rock!
Welcome back to the 7th end of the Stu Sells Toronto Tankard. Thank you for joining us here on Curling Stadium. Dave Schmel with Jim Nix, Connor Sims on the production. And we have one heck of a fight here, Jim.
Yeah, it's going to be a good final 2 ends for sure. Abe, nice effort there. He decided that with a few rocks to go that he wanted to get his 2 and went after it. Just it didn't work out and he was forced to take his 1. But regardless, up 1 in the after 6 is nothing wrong with that at all. We always say the 6th end is a big end to score, and they did score. So it's pretty even here. Probably, I don't know all the stats involved, but I would suspect that it's pretty close to 50-50 as to who would win this game at a 5-4 without playing 7. So
we have the center guard up. This stone would like to curl up just a touch more, but does get down in position in front of the Manuel stone.
Yeah, it's not a bad spot.
Now we're going to go to the also come and stack them up strategy.
Yeah, this is always a hard end to figure out how to call for almost no matter who you are. But I think the team without hammer pretty much starts at least off with this end saying, okay, we're going hard out to try to steal in this end. And if it doesn't work out, we'll figure it out later. The team with hammer, it's a little bit more of a challenge because you'd love to be able to blank this end. So you've got to go hard for a minimum of two if that's not going to happen. And it's just a really difficult situation. The last thing you want to do is get one. So um, it'd be interesting to see how they play this out. Probably didn't line up all the best for Manuel that shot.
Yeah, it does leave the Abe stone basically gunned up on their own.
Yeah, he could even guard. He could throw a guard right now, I think, and let Matt try to figure out how to work his way in there. But
Gonna come on in again. Here comes Sato. This is over curling, but like you said, a guard isn't so bad. Might want to let it wick now. Does get around.
Don't know that that's beneficial, actually.
If you make the run back now, you could get rid of both those yellows on the forefoot.
Yeah, definitely a possibility.
No hesitation for Manuel there. It's on the way. Contact and just gets a straight peel.
Yeah, nothing really wrong with that either, but it was a nice opportunity to be able to get that yellow one off the button. But see what Abe wants to do here.
Second on the way from Sato. Just looking to replace it.
Yeah.
Content to give Manuel that shot again.
Yeah, they'll want this to be pretty high, but over the hog line, obviously. And it does both of those. It's a long run back now. Could come just around it and
just tap him and jiggle him a little bit maybe now.
Yeah.
Does look like you can see a hair of it on the intern side. Camera's not directly centered here, but
yeah, that's the problem. It might be that it's a little bit more buried than we think, but it's using the center line as a guide. It does look like he should be able to see an inch or so, which you got what 12 or something feet of curl after that rock to get to it. So,
and then that would leave you in position to really possibly get that multiple score.
Yeah.
So they're going to try a version of that, but coming from the other turn.
Yeah.
It's a big shot here for Jeff Marr.
Yeah. So is he trying to get to the yellow, Dave? Like to the yellow that's just on the top of the four? Is that what we're thinking?
That's what I'm thinking, but I don't know if it's what he's thinking.
Yeah. I wasn't sure. I thought that too, and then I thought, I wonder if he's playing some kind of a tap on his own, but I couldn't imagine that.
Well, he gets to the inside. He's going to end up right in front of the yellow. Shuffles around the deck a little bit. Think that is more advantageous for Abe than it is Manuel.
Yeah, I think you're right. Mar wasn't too happy with the result. It's not the end of the world yet, but it's certainly got a challenge on your hand if he makes this shot. I'm thinking he's going to play a little hit and flop. Or I might have to be closer to no set, I suppose.
If you're possibly sitting 1-2 right now, it is relatively close. What do you say for your nickel?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 2.
Yeah, I would say if you're sitting 2, I mean, a guard's not the worst thing. make him waste another stone, but
Yeah, so I was, I guess, probably a little nervous leaving a few more blue ones
oh,
around.
sure.
But
Yeah, we've seen both teams take advantage of things when it was available.
yeah.
So going for the little pop and flop. Here's Abe. Always easier to figure out who the skip is by who's wearing the hoodie.
Yeah.
They get the pop. Do they get a flop? They get a little flop.
I think that's a very nice shot.
So Mackenzie comes right on over. He has an idea.
Yeah. This is like, it's hard here because you don't want to give up on getting two, but you got to make sure you can score.
Right, because you need to address that one that's on the back button.
Yeah, and that's a couple shots away, I think.
Right, because I mean, you could do that now and jam on your back one, but then Abe can get rid of it. So they're going to elect to maybe just leave one on it. Nope, they're coming at it with weight. A significant amount of weight, I would think.
Yeah.
You see the angles. And Cam McKenzie fires away.
Whoa, he is really.
This one is past the guard. Okay, that shuffled him around some. Not exactly what we wanted, I don't think.
No, but I think this is a pretty good result. I don't know that what you were going to get that was going to be any better. You can see Cameron throwing a really 6-second hit here or whatever it is. It's sneaks by the guard. I guess I'm just not 100% sure what Rocky was trying to hit. He might have been trying to get just a yellow, which would have doubled the yellow off the back of the button, maybe. So
I think that was the objective.
yeah.
Now a straight guard appears to be in order.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a challenge here now for Manuel. He's only going to have 3 rocks to come, and you've got a couple opposition stones that are causing you some problems, and you're down 1. So say you really don't want to have to draw for 1 or take 1 on the last shot, but Team Abe could force him to do that.
This one way out there. Now you see it taking the curl. They come on down right to the face.
Yeah, might have curled enough for him, but I think I would have come off that just a little tiny bit earlier and just let it finish another inch or so. It would have been a few inches short of the blue one, but I would have rather that than this. Looks like you could actually probably drag this right onto the back one.
The question is, can you see enough past the
Yeah.
guard?
Yeah, big if.
You had to hit probably everything you can see just for enough energy. I mean, Jim, is there ever a world where you throw the intern drill to the back one?
Yeah.
And then
I
maybe
think
gun
there's-
and then maybe you gun it later?
Yeah. I think that's a possibility for sure, an option for sure.
I just like the idea of having another one of my flavor in there.
Yeah.
Looks like there's plenty of room to execute that shot.
Oh, yeah, I think there definitely is that.
They are going to elect to try to throw this drag. So I expect Mac to be firing away again here. Not quite as hard this time.
No. No, shoes are still on.
Gonna want to get this really tight to the guard. Gotta get up there. You gotta make contact. You just shuffle it around. Push it back to the top of the button. Shot stone belonging to Abe. Second to Manuel. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know that that's much better, to be honest. I'd be a little bit careful going too far in there.
That's one of those old go-tos in the coaching book. If you don't know where to put one, throw one on top of the other guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not the worst option.
No, I mean, he can. They're just tapping this, looking at this now. You could run the yellow on the blue, but comes with a little bit of risk and maybe not something you really need to take on right now. It's probably going to open up a chance for Manuel to make a better shot. I'm thinking straight guard here, or just a tight guard, but I'm not sure if they've settled on that or settled on the actual come right to the one in the house shot. Two each to come here in number 7.
Our first of 5 draws today here on Curling Stadium from the Stu Sells Tankard in Toronto.
It is a busy day. It's a day for the ice makers, praying for no extra ends.
We'll definitely have the coffee on for the 9:30 draw. They are throwing the guard.
Yeah, I think that's a good spot right there.
Yeah, I mean it. If you're Manuel, how do you even sit shot right now? You can. So Zacharnak down as well.
Yeah, this is difficult.
You need to find a way to put this stone so that when you eventually hammer that one that they just referenced in the 8-foot, that you end up with 2 blues.
Yeah, yeah. That would be good.
So, what, Jim, if you tap that yellow up a little bit onto the blue, push your blue onto the yellow, which I think is what they're doing.
Yeah, I think this is the only shot. I'm wondering what Matt's going at with this for weight, though, because it doesn't.
I think you don't want to be crazy. Maybe just bumper weight.
Yeah, I think that at most, yeah. Because I don't think this lines up real great. Like I think it's again, we're not exactly where we'd like to be to see this, but it looks to me like if you go a little bit too crazy here, you can bump that blue one, could go a long ways without like barely touching the yellow. But
Key shot from Matt Manuel here with his first in the 7th. The unskip settles in and is on his way. Coming at this about normal takeout weight. Past the guard, they're going to make contact for sure. Now, what's the result going to be? The blue onto it. They shift and shift, and they end up being shot stone in the 4-foot.
yeah, I think that's all. That's about the best he could do. I don't know. I know they might have thought they could get a little bit more than that out of it, and maybe they could have, but I don't see them getting much more than that out of it.
And to our point earlier, I think if you threw that with less weight, they don't shimmy over to the side as
Yeah,
much.
yeah, I would agree. I think it was yeah, it just had to be a little bit more careful and less weight. You might even save the shooter somewhere, which you might be able to come off after. So I think the shot call was right. Just maybe just a little questionable on the weight choice.
Would left yourself in a position, or at least where there were some stones in the way. Now, not saying that that back one, Abe stone, isn't in the way for him right now.
Yeah, it didn't end up perfect for them. It could have ended up better for sure, but it didn't end up horrible because it's not an easy task for them to just be sure that if they run this yellow on the red on the blue rather that they can get rid of the blue, that it doesn't just come up against the back one.
That's why you saw him for a second just look at the draw,
Yeah.
which isn't the worst thing.
No.
If they were to lie shot, you might almost see Manuel throw it away and take the hammer into 8.
Give up one, you mean?
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's one of those interesting calls that we have stats on now, apparently, but I don't always believe in stats. Although I've been in the casino business long enough, I know that math doesn't lie. Yet somehow I still think it does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't make it easier to hit 16.
Yeah.
But you have to. Looks like they settled on the hit.
Yeah.
I think they can clear it out. To say that this isn't fraught with peril would be a lie.
Yeah. I think I like this shot. I think this would be my choice if I could. I think if you hit this right on the nose and you go by the yellow at the back of the 8 foot at least. You might jam on the other one, but I think that's probably okay because you're going to be sitting 1-2. It does carry some risk though. You gotta. Oh, this has come with some heat too.
So Shimizu is trying to make sure that's just a little less thought, a lot more throttle. Contact with it out and does not clear it. It leaves that blue line third stone in the back.
Stone, yeah.
So is there a double there for 2, Jim?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
That was the danger with that.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. It was possible too that what worried me a little bit more than the 2 was whether or not everything could just jiggle around enough that he might have a double for 3 somehow with the back one and get rid of them all. But he can't probably get rid of them all now, so he's going to get settled on 2 if he can make it.
So facing 2, Matt Manuel from Halifax. Needing this double.
Yeah, it does bring it back a little bit, and you wonder whether or not if he had to play the in-turn draw, if that would have been a better shot. But that's all. That's why curling is so much fun to talk about sometimes, because you always say, well, if you miss this one, you probably make the other one. So anyway,
Final still in the 7th end. Needs the double to get 2. On the way down, trying to work it over. Looks to be a little full. Does not get it. Jams it on, and it's a steal of 1 for Abe. They have a 2-stone lead coming home. We'll be back from High Park after this.
Curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at gsoctickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
And welcome back to the High Park Club in Toronto. It's the 8th end of the Stu Sells Toronto Tankard. It was a steal for Shinya Abe in the 7th end. Here's a look at that last shot again.
Yeah, a lot of weight on this shot. And, you're throwing a double. You think you need a lot of weight, and you do sometimes, but you do need to be able to work the stone a little bit too. So I think Matt just was maybe just a little bit high on the weight choice, and they couldn't really do anything with it. As a result, Jams a bad break. It was a good opportunity for the double, like considering the way the end was going, to end up with what for these guys would be a double they'd make probably 75% of the time, maybe 80% of the time. And yeah, so good effort, but a nice deal for Abe. And game's still on, down 2, playing 8 with the hammers. Certainly a long way from being over.
Oh, that is for sure, buddy. And after the conclusion of this game, be sure to stay with us. Well, grab yourself a quick refreshment. Take care of whatever things you need to do, because at 11:15, Jim and I will be right back here for Scharf versus Markle. So you have to manufacture a deuce to force us into bonus curling, or a 3.
Yeah. And out of bonus curling. Yeah.
And now the prevent defense goes on for Team Abe.
Yeah, a little bit surprised to see Manuel come around that corner, to be honest. I thought they would throw another corner.
See, sitting first and second is Team Abe. So you see them thinking about chasing the Yellowstone that was just thrown. Gotta watch there, because that's a tough roll to control.
It is that.
You're gonna need your weight control here, Jim.
Yeah, you don't want to lose this one for sure.
On the straight side, right off the get-go here. Now McKenzie ready to curl it. They get not as much roll as they would have liked.
No, pretty good though. Rolled far enough to prevent the double, I think. It might be there, but it's pretty flat.
Well, you can just take the flat roll and make him throw that same shot better.
Yep.
Just absolutely vital to hold the shooter. And they are going to hold the shooter, but they may have left a double on their own. Now it's still pretty flat.
Yeah.
So, question here for Manuel. You could have an opportunity to maybe try to bring 3 into play by getting another one under there. But you don't want to ever sacrifice getting your 2.
No, but at this level, I think that they almost look at it as a 3 or none kind of thing. They're I say that knowing that Matt decided to come around the single corner guard, which was surprising to me. So
So, Jeffrey Moore. McKenzie trying to work this one over hard, and you're gonna lose your shooter. So now Abe comes right on over. They think they can chase that one around the outside. Definitely looks gettable. Still, we haven't come out here too much, so.
no, tough little shot. I would think that the other option would be to just try to run that corner right into it and roll away, because you're not going to stay on this. The corner's going to still be there anyways. The corner's probably more of a problem right now than the one in the house, to be honest. Got it, though.
Executed that, no problem. So now just the lone Abe stone in the rings. Manuel has no choice but to draw around that corner.
Yeah, Matt's pretty much looking at 2 here versus 3 at this point. It's I'm sure in his mind he's still trying to think how to get 3, but he's going to need a complete miss somewhere to be able to pull off a 3.
Not laying a broom to this yet.
Well, it looks a little warm. Just can't be heavy. Cannot go out.
Shimizu
He's
trying to get it all the way out. Ew, it's just very close.
Yeah.
Very, very close now. Keep in mind, folks, that white ring around outside of the house, I don't know what part of the decal where the house ends. You would think it's the blue, but that is so close.
Yeah, based on the back of the house where it just touches the back line, it looks like it's the blue. The actual blue circle would be the guide. I don't know why you would have that other line there. That just baffles me too, but just confuses things. But
just the extra bit of the vinyl. They're always
yeah, okay, yeah.
They're just a touch. They're cut a touch large.
Yeah.
This way, if something gets frayed, it's an edge that doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Those vinyl houses have made life so much easier on the ice crews and the volunteers.
Well, it's going to be out now.
Yep. Drawing down to it. It is out for sure. It's there in the coffin corner.
Guard's still there, though.
So back and try it again. I guess they're talking about how deep they want it.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine a different shot.
No, I think that's the question is whether or not you want to be, high above the tee line maybe and be in that position, or do you want to go right to the back one, thinking that it maybe gives you a chance to get your three afterwards. So I think above the tee line's the shot here. Got to get there though.
This is decidedly lighter. Did we overcompensate? Got to be at least full 12. At least full 12. Not full 12.
No.
That may be a biter, but.
So yeah, McKenzie's draw weight kind of left him here this end. That's not good. He just barely hung on in the first one and short on this one.
Pulled the string just a touch. Didn't want to make the same mistake twice. Now things are looking good now for Shinya Abe.
Yeah, looking very good. You're basically you have no worse than a tie here set up, unless you do something really crazy.
Put me in, coach. I could find a way to lose.
Yeah. I don't see the point of hitting this rock if you're going to hit that rock. So you're going to guard his zone, I guess, Dave, and he could come around the corner, just take that corner away by coming around it to the above the tee, but
Guard takes the end away just the same,
yeah.
I think.
Yeah, guard makes it really. If you make this halfway good at all, then it's a real problem for Manuel to try to figure out how to come up with two.
Probably looking to be about halfway here, or even tight.
A little tighter than that, probably. Yeah.
Same right there at the sea at check far.
I think that's good.
Yeah, that's probably going to force Manuel to play in the 4-foot now.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't have much choice. He's got to come around, try to get, try to make sure your shot rock, but as much buried as you can. And perfect world, you're above the tee line, but I don't know if that really matters right now. I think you got to get it buried so that he can't do anything with it.
McKenzie trying to line up the perfect spot. Matt Manuel coming off a win against Greg Smith in the first game, trying to avoid taking a loss here in his second.
Yeah, and I think Abe's just the opposite of that. I think he's coming off a loss and trying to get to 1-1. So
yeah, they lost to Jean-Michel Menard in the first game.
Yeah.
With our colleague Felix Esseline. This one has the line. It's going to be nice and tight to the yellow as it comes by. Just a little bit heavy, but not too bad.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good, Dave. It's you didn't have a lot of room to work with there. You just had to be perfect weight and perfect line. It's about as good as you could do, forcing him to draw, which is gives you a chance. With a wide open hit was probably not going to be much. Yeah, it's in there pretty good.
That is pretty good.
So almost anywhere in front of that is fine. Like anywhere from the top of the 4 foot to the rock is fine. Just don't want to be heavy here.
If you're too high, you might leave.
Oh, it just leads him to come around for
Yeah.
First two. Yeah, true enough.
On the carve. Looks heavy. Gotta get all the way down to it. Don't chip open, and you did.
You did. Holy cow.
So just like that, Manuel gonna have a shot to force an extra end.
Yeah, there's just a kind of a miss on the wrong side that you can't have at this level. It just doesn't. He could have went ahead and played that a little tighter ice and got rid of it. Obviously, it would have been fine, but he just got caught in between on the two, and Manuel still he has to be, has to make this one. So he has to move the yellow one and not roll very far. Doesn't seem like it should be too tough, but
So final stone of the eighth, Manuel needing to hit and stay to force the extra end. Nice quiet wait here. Just a easy scrub. Pretty good. He gets his dues. And we're going to have bonus curling from the High Park Club. Ninth end action. When we come back, you're watching Curling Stadium.
Who knew after 20 years in real estate, I'd have to make silly videos for Instagram and come out behind a tree?
Stu, we need to do this stuff.
Why can't I just door knock into open houses like I did in the old days?
That doesn't work anymore.
Okay, so it's because I'm sitting here behind a tree. Come use us for real estate.
Welcome back to the ninth end here from the Stu Sells Toronto Tankard on Curling Stadium from the High Park Club in Toronto, Ontario. I'm Dave Schmel, joined by Jim Nix. Producing is Connor I Love Extra and Sims. And we're all tied up here in the ninth. It was Manuel scoring his deuce there with the last two. And Jim, it's got to be disappointing for Abe, but you just had to pull it together. Yeah, so just kind of put that away and make sure you get your single point in the win here if you're Abe.
yeah, absolutely. It's the difficulty there was they played a good enough end to get out of that with the victory, but when you go into the last end against teams you're up two and the other team has hammer, you're almost playing for to have hammer in the extra end anyways, because two is at this level is there's going to be some opportunities to manufacture twos, that's for sure.
Yeah, so, it certainly wasn't the easiest hit for Abe to make there, but again, we are still early in the season.
Yep.
They certainly threw the right weight for it.
Yeah, I think he threw Yeah, he threw a shot that could have worked either way. He just got caught in between. He just didn't throw the straight draw weight that you needed for the ice he took. So just didn't match it up exactly right. He could have thrown that weight with just a touch less ice and made it without any trouble,
And
or
to
he could have
Manuel's,
thrown a little less weight. Yeah.
yeah, to Manuel's credit, I mean, put him in that
Oh,
situation.
made a great shot. His first shot really was the really nice shot. Like it wasn't. Yeah, he made that shot as hard as you could possibly make it, given what you had to work with. So
I'm looking forward to the finish here. We see the two guards set up for Manuel. Obviously hard for the steal. Abe just needs to get a single here. See the ice crew working the other sheets. We have all final scores across the shed. Except for us, we are treated to bonus. And you have top and back of the 4 foot for Abe, so great position to start.
yeah, pretty traditional kind of extra end approach here for the first four rocks. You end up with a couple of guards spread pretty good and a couple of rocks in the house. And now the battle begins.
So now it's going to be a battle going back and forth here to try to jockey position. And that comes right down to the face.
Yeah, I'll try to get rid of the least one guard here. Oh, nicely
Oh,
done.
they got rid of everything. All the guards are gone. Now, they did leave theirs offset, but most importantly, they've opened up a wide open draw path for themselves.
Yeah, another look at it here. This is a great shot, really. I mean, you couldn't have done much better. They take one of their own off the top of the 4 foot, but really well called, and yeah, great effort. And you did leave, like you say, Dave. You did leave one out there a couple feet off the center line, but um, yeah, it shouldn't become the big problem as the end goes on. Might be all Matt has at the end to draw around, but it will leave you full 4 foot for sure. So, guys working hard on this one.
They get it over and up. Now, do you go with the straight rip or the double peel?
I don't think he'll worry about the double peel, although indicating you could do that right now. But I think you're taking the blue one only and probably running the blue one towards the one in the house. And good luck. They all go away. Bad luck. The blue one jams on your own and they're sitting one.
I don't know if I'd want to get that cute coming that way, because if you get a little bit thick on it, then you're going to cut off a draw path.
Yeah, and you're right. They're not either. They're going to go just a straight open side peel. That's a good point, too. You definitely want to be able to make sure you do have the draw available to you. Right now, you're set up pretty good to keep it open on the left side.
Are going for the double peel. Get the one, send the other one back, clear the shooter. You push the Manuel Stone back, and gone. Well executed shot.
It's a great shot. Another look at it. I didn't actually realize they were playing this. I thought they were throwing the intern and just a straight peel, but wrong. A great shot. And the sweeper Front end guy right on it.
That's, it's thing to remember to younger curlers. The front end guy is perfectly okay to sweep it all the way through.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you can find yourself into that point. Sometimes, particularly here, girls find themselves watching what's going to happen instead of realizing that, my job's not quite done here when it makes contact. We don't want the skipper having to try to figure out how to get those rocks out the back.
I mean, you're only good for sweeping 6 feet anyway.
Yeah.
So Manuel has the guard back up. We're going to try to clear out more stuff here. This double carries less risk. Still the same risk of leaving a guard where you don't want it, but
Yeah, possibly. Yeah. I mean, at some point you have to say, well, we're going to at least hit it on the right side. And if we hit it on the right side, then our shooter should roll at least a little bit towards logo that was there.
So Abe with the stone. And they make the straight peel, no problem. So the question is, Manuel, does he lather, rinse, and repeat once? And yes, he will.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of choice. He might do this right till his first shot. His first shot, he might play what he did the last end, really, with almost the exact same shot, come around the rock that's at the top of the 4-foot.
See the plate on the top there. 114 years for the High Park Club of Curling in Toronto.
114, yeah. And it was over 100, but I didn't know exactly how old.
You weren't at the opening?
Me? No. No, busy. I ain't got time to do all that stuff.
If you're still curling there, you're a super duper senior.
Yeah. Yeah. You'd be in some kind of a record book somewhere.
Second peel attempt coming from Abe. Makes that no problem.
Not going to go one more time with the guard.
Maybe just a touch tighter. But it doesn't have to be.
No, because he knows he's going to peel it anyway. So he's figuring that he puts it up here and Abe peels it away, and then he comes around his blue one. They say much as he did the last end, and he'll do that and then hope for the same result.
So first a 2 from Matty Manuel. Kenzie's saying, put it right here, boys. Good brush.
It's interesting. I think because where it is, you're probably going to peel that guard. But had it curled another rock, then I would question whether or not it even makes sense to peel it, because that's not the rock that's going to matter anyway. Because this one's a little closer to the center line, it does matter a little bit more, if you know what I mean.
It looks like they're going to come the other way at it now,
Yeah.
just to make sure that they don't leave a guard accidentally.
Yeah. Yeah, good choice by Matt where he put that one this time. I like that better than just going straight on the other one.
So Shimizu executes the peel. So now, time for Manuel to come in. So just trying to come in behind your own, say to the T line and force a button draw.
Yep. Yeah. It really is truly basically the identical shot he had the last end, where he hasn't got much room to work with. He might have a little tiny bit more room this time actually than he did last time, but
And we are throwing the same way.
yeah.
Follow the time-honored tradition of throwing the extra end back towards the spectators.
Yeah.
Gets the rocks back where they belong anyway.
Well, I think in bond spills and things like that, I just like it better. I know I understand why they don't sometimes, but for me, you've got all these people that come to watch the game, and they're there to watch the game, and now you're gonna have the last end go in the opposite direction. I don't like that. So I like this idea.
So coming on down, you see them getting the time on it. So
He sneaks it by. Got to get by.
Did just sneak it by.
Stop.
Needs to settle down.
Might not.
If it doesn't settle down, it doesn't even matter. Oh, let's see. It's close. It is shot stone. We think.
Yeah, it doesn't look like that to me, but I don't know.
I mean, you want to throw with it. If you knew.
Yeah.
So it does appear to be shot by just a touch.
It's close though.
So
we got a lot of backing here this time. You can't.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Tetsuro Shimizu for Team Abe. Final stone of the extra. Just grab any little piece of the 4-foot and you're golden. Last rock on the way. Pick this up right out of his hand. Both men working on it. Working it hard. Gotta get there. Looks like we're there. Looks like we're on the backing. And that is going to be good enough for the win. And handshakes all around. Final score of 7-6 in favor of Team Abe. And they move to 1-1. And Manuel falls to 1-1. We're here at the Stu Sells Toronto Tankard, sponsored by Stu Sells Real Estate from the High Park Curling Club. We'll be back with more action at 11:30 a.m. So, for Jim Nix and Connor Sims, arigato gozaimasu. Thank you so much for watching Curling Stadium.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at gsoctickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.
Who knew after 20 years in real estate I'd have to make silly videos for Instagram and come out behind a tree?
Stu, we need to do this stuff.
Why can't I just door knock into open houses like I did in the old days?
That doesn't work anymore.
Okay, so it's because I'm sitting here behind a tree. Come use us for real estate. Who knew after 20 years in real estate I'd have to make silly videos for Instagram and come out behind a tree?
Stu, we need to do this stuff.
Why can't I just door knock into open houses like I did in the old days?
That doesn't work anymore.
Okay, so it's because I'm sitting here behind a tree. Come use us for real estate.
Two bedrooms plus a den, 2-bathroom in the heart of beautiful Maple, plus 2-minute walk to the Maple GO station. Look at this.
Jenny, what the heck are we doing up here on the rooftop? I've got a 450 square foot patio off my condo unit that we can be sitting there.
Stu, we pay for this.
I know you pay for these amenities, and you know what? Yeah, we should use them because they're amazing.
Exactly, so that's why we're here.
Hey guys, Stu says invest, invest, invest. It's a perfect time to invest now. It's a buyer's market. There are a lot of great investments out there. The interest rates are moving down. We are in our listing here, which is unbelievable. There are so many rental potentials. You want a home office and you want to live above it? We've got a great retail space in the front. You want to make a funky, cool studio in the back? We've got a garage, high ceilings, really cool stuff. We've got two 3-bedroom apartments. Look at this. This kitchen is gorgeous. It's all renovated and move-in ready. We're in the Junction on Dundas. We're right beside Summerhill Market. Duh, what do you think this is gonna happen to this part of the street? A condo developer is gonna come and give you tons of money in the future and build a huge condo here. It's coming. So get into the market now. You can live here, you can work here, you can rent it all out and just collect money at home. It's a great investment. So you gotta go to StuSells.ca. You gotta see all the photos, the videos, the virtual tour, and you know what? You gotta give me Stu a call. Who knew after 20 years in real estate I'd have to make silly videos for Instagram and come out behind a tree?
Stu, we need to do this stuff.
Why can't I just door knock into open houses like I did in the old days?
That doesn't work anymore.
Okay, so it's because I'm sitting here behind a tree. Come use us for real estate.
Two bedrooms plus a den, 2-bathroom in the heart of beautiful Maple, plus 2-minute walk to the Maple GO station. Look at this.
Hey, curling fans, I'm standing here in front of Sheet Stu here at the High Park Club, and I just want to let you know that I'm so excited to sponsor the sport of curling, to help curling out. So you can go to StuCurls.com, see all my events, see the Stu Sell series, but you know what? I also sell real estate as well. So you need to buy a house, list a house, condo, rental, business. Look, give me Stu.
This old Toronto home was built in 1910, and just as soon as you walk in, it shows you the sophistication, the grandeur of the home. So much so that it was in multiple movies and TV commercials because of its character, and we have 5 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. Welcome to 60 Indian Grove, and I put on my smoking coat because it fits with the character of this home. This is a Georgian home built in the turn of the century with this center staircase. It actually had the stained glass window built for the home in 1911 called Sunset over Hyde Park. And as soon as you walk in, you just feel the old charm of the wood, the hardwood floors, the detail, the elegance, the sophistication, the character of this home. It just exudes character and it just brings you in with the warmth. Living room by this beautiful fireplace. You can just imagine the Great Gatsby and the fun parties and memories they had in this room, and this room has hosted quite a few parties.